Welcome back to Sports Divided College Pick'em Podcast presented by Mamas on the Hill, Week 11, Episode 12. We got a new member. Well, not a new member. He's 0-2. He's cost us 2 Mamas parlays. He's looking to redeem himself. We got the Colts fan himself, Kyle Leslie.
Good to be here, boys. Also, I was a live audience. Don't forget that. So, definitely not new. Just
long time. What do they say?
long time
Long-time
listener,
first time caller.
Yeah, long time listener, first time caller. There we go. That's perfect. That's a
just
perfect way to describe. That's a perfect way to describe this. So, and,
just so everybody knows, Adam was not fired for having such bad picks last week. Just dealing with some personal stuff, family stuff. So we wish him well today.
Thoughts and prayers. Amen.
But
and
that being said,
also, along with Adam's thoughts and prayers, if you guys notice anything different about me, I am currently on the IR, upper body injury for hockey. So woke up on Monday morning. My eye is like swollen shut. I'm like, what the fuck? What's going on? Do I have pink eye? Lauren kicks me out of the bed, makes me go sleep in the guest room. Do I have pink eye? No, I don't. My eye continues to get worse. So then I go to the eye doctor on Tuesday. Tuesday afternoon. My cornea is inflamed because I sleep in my contacts. So
didn't you learn when you were like 5 that you don't sleep with contacts in?
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking.
It's funny you guys say that because the guy goes, the eye doctor goes, so Tyler, do you sleep in your contacts? I was like, no. Maybe like once. I think I did it like maybe the last couple of days because I had a, forgot or whatever. But no, I never sleep in them. I sleep in them every single night. Every single night.
Well, maybe he's a listener now. He knows you lied to him.
Yeah. Shout out Dr. Castle. So, but I'm worried because I can't wear my contacts for a week, and we got hockey on Sunday. The problem
sounds like it's rec spec season.
Yeah, and also it's a 10:00 game, so I'm at the 10:00 blue for the hockey game.
Well,
10:00 hockey game after a golf tournament should be fun.
Yeah, we got a golf tournament Sunday morning as well, so it should be good. So, but anyway, just thought the listeners would be worried that they saw me with my glasses today, so that's why.
No, they're just worried because your screen is reflecting off your glasses. We can't even see your eyes, so we can't even see it's swollen.
That's why I got these ones on specifically. So, but what's up, boys? What's new?
We're gonna lead it off with word out of Gainesville, Florida. Billy Napier's not going anywhere.
Yeah,
I got something to say about that.
So Florida's just okay with less than mediocrity, I guess.
No. What they didn't say is, was it the president or the athletic director? I'm not sure who said it, but he didn't say that he was staying for next year. He just said he was staying. So it didn't say for how long. So what I'm thinking is, maybe, he's staying. He didn't get fired middle of the year, but after the end of the year, he could be fired.
Yeah, maybe.
Then what's the point of releasing it?
The only thing I go against you there on is, Kyle, is what's really saving Billy Napier's job right now is a couple of things. Number one is his buyout is just ridiculously expensive, which it might not be a big deal. But the second thing that's probably a little bit more is their starting quarterback, who's a true freshman, 5-star, DJ Lagway. He's pretty much said he's committed to Billy Napier, so if Billy Napier leaves, he's going to leave. Another report that I saw also is that they are going to be using the money that would have been used for Billy Napier's buyout to be hammering the transfer portal this offseason. So not to get too far ahead, but look for the Florida Gators to pull an Ole Miss style approach to the portal this offseason.
Oh, that fits for a head coach that could be there too.
Yeah. Old Lane. I think Lane told him I don't really want to. I mean, also, if you're Lane Kiffin, why would you want to leave Ole Miss when you can lose 2 or 3 games a year and be fine? That's what you guys like. We talked about this a while ago, remember I was saying, like, I think schools are going to be a lot more careful about getting rid of coaches because the portal now, they're not going to do it in the middle of the year because the kids are going to quit in the middle of the year. Then they're going to have no way of retaining them. And having to pay all this money to get out of a coach is expensive. And then they're going to have to hire a new coach. And then they're going to have the coach raise more money for the portal, for recruiting, for NIL. It's a completely different game now. So it'll be interesting to see. But yeah, I don't mind. I think Billy Napier's a trash ass coach.
I mean, so yeah, I don't think he was good. I think
You might be saying that after Brian Kelly loses to Alabama this week.
True.
We'll get to that game. We'll get to that game.
Yeah, true. If that does happen, make sure we forget everything I just said.
Let's flip that off.
I mean, they did say that. What was it? Like the statement said something about like he's building a foundation for successful next year or whatever. Like,
yeah,
no, I don't think he's going anywhere.
I think what just happened is
he's competitive. They've been at least a little bit competitive. They've got a tough schedule. They
You
played
sound
Jordan
like a Florida apologist right now.
But
they should have won like 7 games last year and won what 5?
Yeah, I mean the issue is
talking about this year though.
Like they're hold on, I'm gonna.
But it all wraps up into it. Is what I'm saying. Like,
let's see. And Lagway, he might not even play this week, too. So that's another thing. He's been hurt his hamstring. I think he got carted off or something. My iPad is moving extremely slow.
well, yeah, they're like 24-point dogs.
If you go back and look at that Georgia game, that's what I was saying. They almost got doubled up in yards. That game is not as close. Like the only thing that kept them in that game is Carson Beck. Who? What the fuck happened to that guy? Which we can get into later. But
3 interceptions, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, in his what? So 2 of the 3 biggest games on their schedule this season, he has thrown 6 picks. Right?
Hey, he's got that.
Did he throw? Hold on. Did he throw any against Texas?
Yeah. You don't remember?
Did he
threw?
I don't remember the Texas game as much.
I think he threw 2 of them in Texas.
So if that's true, that means he's got 8 picks in their 3 biggest games. He threw 3 interceptions there too. 9 picks in their 3 biggest games.
What does Haley think about that? Or whoever's girlfriend?
Haley Kavner's not happy. I mean, that game they could have. I mean, yeah, the game pushed. We probably got lucky. Let me see. Well, we didn't get that lucky that it pushed, but they scored with.
No, it didn't push. It was 14.5.
Was it?
Yeah.
I think we bought the hook on our accounts. Not on the thing, but
yeah.
But yeah, I mean that game wasn't that close. And also, if you go look at Florida here, granted, I mean you look at next week. They got they still have to play Texas this week, loss. They've got LSU at home, Ole Miss at home, and then they've ended with Florida State. So they're staring at least, at best, probably 6-6, right in the face.
Where are 6 and 6?
That's what I'm saying. They beat either Ole Miss or Florida.
Or
LSU next week.
Not a chance.
I don't think they beat either one.
I think they're 5-7 at best if they don't choke against Florida State.
Yeah.
See, Florida State's over under now. Jeez.
Well,
team total, yeah, it's bad. So if you really look at their schedule, like they have beaten nobody. They've beaten Samford, Mississippi State, UCF.
Which I talked about UCF the week after it happened. Like you guys,
was on it. Yeah.
They were my numbnuts. And and then they win 48-20 against Kentucky.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. So I mean, like,
it's just like
I mean,
the comment about he's building for next year or he's building a pro. Like the guy hasn't built shit. This is what year 3.
It makes it. Yeah, that's another thing. It makes it. He's 15-19 so far at Florida. It makes it look bad because all the other coaches that he was hired with that year, the big time coaches, the big time schools, are all doing well.
Yeah.
And if you look at a coach up in Bloomington who who's at a worse program with less resources, is undefeated in his first year.
And he gets to stare at reporters and just say, "Google me."
Yeah, there's not any more excuses that you can do. And like, I'm building a program. Yeah, okay, I get it. But you can go get players now easily. You're at Florida.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I hate the way he operates, like, look at Deion Sanders. The excuse of I'm trying to build this ball, like, doesn't work anymore.
No.
Especially at a named school like that. Like, it can work at Missouri after Barry Odom for a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, but
it's different now in the portal. It's different now in the portal. It's just it's a game changer.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I mean, even years ago, like I mean, it's still important. You still have to build, like, the portal is like Indiana, right? Them doing that in the portal every year is not sustainable. You've got to be able to recruit too. So, like, I get that, like, being able to get recruiting classes in. You can't live and die by the portal, but you can use the portal to turn the program around quick.
Well, yeah, the portal, if you think about it, the portal should be used for, like, if you're thinking in pro terms, to plug those holes that you plug in free agency and you build your core with your recruits.
Yep.
You don't get a recruit here, you go get a portal guy.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Or, you know, a guy doesn't pan out as well as you thought he would. That's when you go grab like, for Mizzou, a couple years ago, right? Some of those wide receivers they had before Luther Burden didn't pan out. They went and got Theo Weiss in the portal. It worked out. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like,
yeah, I agree completely. It'll be interesting to see what happens. I mean, I think Florida is riding a little bit high, right? They had that huge win over. Well, they beat Kentucky bad, and then they kind of kept it close against Georgia, but not really, right? So now they're kind of riding that high a little bit. It's going to be interesting to see how they feel this week at Texas, and then what happens the next 2 weeks after that. Let's see how we're feeling about Billy Napier after that.
That's what I'm saying, because the guy never said when he's like how good he is, like longevity. He just said he's not going anywhere right now. He never said next year he's good. So that's what I'm saying.
He said he's building.
Blown out by LSU, blown out by Ole Miss.
I don't think he can go out and say that and try to hide. Like, the problem is, Kyle, if he does say that, like, how are you going to build? How are you going to get a coach in there if you're out there saying you're going to keep the guy and then you're going to go off and just railroad him after that a couple weeks later, a month later?
I mean, I guess to Kyle's point though, it does depend. If you lose,
the fans are wanting answers now.
If you lose if you lose Mizzou's style, their two big games, these next three where you're 41-10 and 34-0 and whatever, like,
I've seen
then
worse.
you can easily be like, hey, this was our plan, but that ship exploded real quick.
Yeah, we beat these, like, he's won 5 games, to your point, against nobodies, like, not very good teams. And then he's going to get blown out against every team that's, I mean, he played decent against Georgia, but if you go out there 3 games in a row and you're just not even competitive.
Yeah. No, I get it.
I leave no choice.
Yeah.
Third and goal here, big play.
He's our coach next year, is what I'm saying.
There's an easy way to, if you did decide to switch, there's an easy way to sell it. I just think the comment in there that he's building a good foundation for next year just makes me think he's at least getting next year, because I wonder if maybe after year 4 during year 4 the buyout drops off significantly or something. Yeah, I'm sure it does. Yeah. So like that might be it. It might even be that he only gets 2 games next year, but I'm wondering if that's part of it, right? I mean, he was 3-5 last year, 5-7 again. If he goes 5-7 again with what did we say that was? That's a 1 conference win, right, this year? Sorry, 2 conference wins, and he's 2-6 in conference again.
2 conference wins over the 2 worst teams in the conference, probably.
So if you go 3-5 last year in conference, 2-6 this year in conference, and both seasons are 5-7. I don't know I don't know why the guy makes a comment anyways. He should just have said nothing, at least get through Texas.
I think he had to, because
I agree.
He had to say something because recruiting. That's why he had to say something.
But why?
And the portal. Because signing day is in less than a month, And all these schools right now are trying to get recruits on campus for one last time before signing day.
I get that, but my point is you're at Texas this week. You're not trying to fight for recruits. Let this week play out, and then just don't. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I mean, either way, it'll be interesting to see what happens. But
or if you were
what do we
going to
got
say
next?
it, if you were going to say it, you should have said it after Kentucky's win.
Yeah.
You know what
That
I
might
mean?
have been
Like,
better.
you win by 28. That's when you make that comment. Like, hey, we see the steps. You know.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I should have just saved it. That was my numbnut of the week. Was the Florida AD for putting himself in the pigeonhole. So, Tyler, your numbnut of the week.
I only got 2 this week.
The LU hockey boys will be happy to hear that one.
Yeah. The first one is James Franklin. That fucking loser. One, the guy still can't beat a fucking ranked team. Can't believe I was a sucker and took that asshole last week with his shit offense and all that bullshit. The Ohio State tried to hand them that game last week, and they couldn't do anything with it. So James Franklin, and then after the game, he's yelling at the fucking fans like a moron again. They have a right to be pissed off. You get paid a lot of money to win games.
The one guy did power away when all he asked what his name was, and he just walked away because he got caught on camera motherfucking the guy.
Yeah, but still, grow up. James Franklin, you get paid $10 million a year.
Is the other guy the Penn State fan that got his phone slammed by Jason Kelsey?
No, I was into that. And remember I said I wasn't going to get political again. I wasn't going to do politics.
Mikey Helfont, you're an idiot for your bet.
What was his bet? I forget.
Didn't he, right? Kamala to win the election and
that
Kamala to win
was
Michigan?
Tough. Yeah, that was tough. We had a lot rough balance in the no
This
juice
guy
count.
wanted to put another $200 on her when Trump was like minus 1,000.
So I said I wasn't going to get political, but the reports have surfaced today that LSU is going to have a live tiger on the field this Saturday against Alabama, right?
Uh-oh. PETA.
What? No. So LSU's got the live tiger, Mike the Tiger, right?
Yeah.
So they're not even bringing Mike the Tiger onto the field.
You have to have a trained tiger, not a guy that lives in he lives in a cage, but you can't
They're bringing a tiger from Florida. They're bringing him up because the governor of Louisiana wants the tiger on the field. Not the LSU doesn't even want the tiger on the field. The governor of Louisiana has tried to get Mike the Tiger on the field since he got elected. They've told him no 100 times. So then he finally said, how about we get this other tiger? The tiger's name is fucking Omar. I'm not kidding you.
What's next?
So,
are they going to let Bama bring an elephant with them?
So I will say this: if I can't, if they lose this game because this fucking stupid ass Omar the Tiger's on the field, these are the bad vibes I'm thinking about. So fuck this Louisiana governor Jeff Landry. He's my top number of the week. Just why even bring the tiger on the field? There's gonna be 110,000 people there screaming. Just let the tiger.
Mike can't be there. Mike.
Just let the tiger go. Fuck, man. Omar the Tiger at Tiger Stadium in Death Valley doesn't even fucking ring.
Kyle,
all right.
Do you have a numbnut of the
week? No. You didn't give me enough time.
It's all good.
I said 2, 1 for me, 1 for Kyle.
Yeah, he should. What should have happened was Tyler should have gave me one before this, and I could have used one. Like James Franklin, that's mine.
Yeah, James Franklin. That James Franklin's a dipshit. All right,
let's talk a little bit about games last week, especially the 11 o'clock slate. There was one that really, really pissed me off. The bet the entire game was Duke plus 21.5. The entire game, Duke plus 21.5. Couple picks later, and Miami wins by 22.
Weren't they up 2 scores too?
Yeah.
It was like the third. Was it third or fourth quarter? They were up 2 scores.
Start of the third quarter, I do believe.
That game was. I remember watching that game. It was like fucking wild because Like, I believe there was a play where Duke had just turned the ball over from Miami, and then the very next play, I think Duke might have thrown a pick six or something. Or
Nope,
threw
it was the other way
interception.
around. Cam Ward ran across, threw across his body, threw a pick to Duke. 2 plays later, Duke hit their wide receiver, got popped so hard the ball popped in the air, and Miami picked it.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
My God.
Yeah. Man, Jamar Chase is a wild man. Yeah, but that is fucking stupid.
Yeah, Duke. So Duke started the third quarter up 21-17, and then ended up losing the game 53-31. And when you have them at plus 21.5, you're thinking, hey, they're up 4. They got a whole half. They should cover that pretty easy with the way the game was operating.
Not only that, not only were they like not cover, they were winning outright.
Yeah, but you know,
yeah.
Malik Murphy, 3 pick.
It was, yeah, that's what it was. It was 28-17.
Where'd you go, Bayou? Where'd Bayou Tyler go?
Oh,
he
sorry,
does this too sometimes.
My battery went low. It was 28-17. It was 28-17 at one point. So
yeah, just you know.
But then we're going to talk about how great Cam Ward is because all he has to do is throw.
Yeah, because their defense is bad.
Because he's down and he comes back.
He's not winning the Heisman. He's not winning the Heisman. The Heisman's going to the running. The Heisman's going to the running back that runs on the blue turf.
I don't think so.
Ash and Genty.
I think.
I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you.
If Colorado can win a couple more games,
that's what I was going to say.
I think he's going to win.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
He's not. Here's the thing: Colorado wins a couple games. Who do you think they're going to pick?
They're going to have both of them there.
No. Yeah, they might have them both there, meaning they're not winning. If they have one of them there, it's going to be Shedeur.
No.
Yes, because Prime's going to make sure of it.
Yeah, they'll have both of them there.
Shedor's not. It's Shedeur.
I understand that, but in everybody's mind, who wins these awards? Who wins this award?
At quarterbacks.
Yeah, there you go. And that's what's stupid about it, really. They should have the best quarterback award and then the Heisman.
It's not too far away that Devonta Smith won.
I understand, but my point being is, if people are going to think of Colorado and why they got there, they're going to like the writers that don't pay attention to every game are going to say it's because of Shedeur Sanders.
So is Shedeur Sanders just going to magically appear in the top running of the Heisman? But he's not now.
Probably, yeah. That's why I don't think it's going to be Travis Hunter either. That's why I think it'll be.
I think it's going to be Travis Hunter.
I think there's 3 finalists. I think it's Genty, Ward.
Hey, let's talk about something
I don't
here.
know.
It'll be Travis Hunter no matter what. He's going to be in the final.
I don't think so.
Do you guys?
I don't think he ends up being in the final.
Put a little side wager for you.
There we go. Now we're bringing some stuff. Hold on, let me see Joey Burrow run. No, he passed it. Oh,
if you're gonna give me Travis be in the top 3.
Oh, he's going to be in New York. Travis Hunter will be in New York. I will take that back too. Okay, but let me tell you. Okay, remember this team? I think it was week 2. I wrote this team off. I wrote this team off for dead. Team was dead. I said this team sucks. If you don't remember the preseason, the preview show, I said I love this team so much. I love the team total over. Great defense coming back. I love the way they're built. Okay. It took 2 weeks for me to get off that. I said, I'm an idiot, fucking fraud. Yep. Man, that team is looking good.
After the quarterback change that Adam called.
Yeah, Adam called it. Let's see what they have left. They have Boston College. Yeah. They have Boston College.
Week 0, I think.
Week zero,
yeah. Hey, shout out to Adam.
Yeah, shout out to Adam. They have got Boston College at home. They've got they got Virginia on the road, and then they have Cal at home. They're going to be 11-1, and they're going to play Miami. The better question is, the ACC. Miami is not that good, right? But they're not going to keep 11-1 Miami out of the playoff.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
I mean,
they're not gonna. Yeah, they're not. I mean, there's gonna be a lot of 2-loss teams that will get in. They're definitely not going to leave them out. Especially you're gonna have a Heisman Trophy candidate. They're not going to leave them out.
Yeah. Anyway, so
I mean,
another thing to look at.
they're not 11-1 though. They're 12-1 if they lose the ACC title game.
Yeah, they'll be 12-1. Sorry.
So
Yeah, they're not going to They're not going to penalize a team for losing in that
but
conference.
my
championship.
question is,
They don't deserve to be in though.
Tyler, you said they're not going to penalize a team that loses the conference title game.
Yeah. No, you're right. I miscalculated that. But Miami's not good. You know what they remind me of is Oklahoma, the year that LSU won the national championship, and Oklahoma played
2007?
them. Sorry. The year that LSU won the national championship, and LSU waxed Oklahoma. That's what Miami reminds me of. That's what
was that. Oh, sorry, no. Who did LSU beat in 07? Was that Ohio State? In the national title game?
Bro, we were freshmen in high school.
Yeah, but
LSU beat
Ohio State in 07.
Ohio State.
That's what it was.
07. They beat Oklahoma in 03.
I was an LSU fan then.
I was an LSU fan then.
I didn't even have any facial hair then.
Okay. All right, let's get to the nitty-gritty here.
What's the nitty-gritty for you?
Let's get in the picks, man. Let's talk some ball. What was my record last week? I just want everyone to
know. Guy has one good week.
No, I've had two of my last 3.
15-9. 15-9 for Tyler last week. I was 15-11. Adam was 7-12. So that put me at 169, 183, and 348.01%. Tyler 94, 105, and 47.24%.
I'm getting
Adam,
over 50% 88 of the year.
88 and 114 for 43.56%. Kyle 0-2 for a 0%.
My goal is to get over 50%.
You can't do that. You can't do that. And if those records are on my new records.
No, that's why I said you're 0-2. Oh, you're saying their lock record doesn't count towards this record?
Oh, yeah. 100%.
I think the lock does have to count.
Yeah, the locks count. The locks count in ours.
Yeah, they have to count.
Might have to go. Might have to add a few more bets then.
Oh yeah, you have to send your card to Trout here at the end of probably by tomorrow morning. I gotta have mine to you, Trout. I like to have mine to you by like Friday night because I like to do research during the day tomorrow.
I know, and then it puts me in a bind to try to actually get to it Saturday morning, which I'm not going to have time. So I need it tomorrow. We got a wedding on Saturday.
Yeah, you'll have it tomorrow.
I don't have the 8 o'clock to whatever time to. I might have it.
How about tonight?
You'll have mine tomorrow at about 6 o'clock. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So money wise, Tyler is now leading at minus 19.1 units.
That ain't bad.
Adam is minus 34.1 units, and I'm minus 27.6 units.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah, we lose the juice a lot. Minus 19.1. He's almost a whole 10 units ahead.
I will get over 500 before the end of this year. That is a 100% fact that I'm giving up. So if all the listeners want to jump along the train, you better get on now because
you're saying you're going to get hot?
Well, if you look at my last 3 of the 4 weeks, I am well over 500. So let me go do the math real quick while you guys look this up.
What's the
sure
before I say that?
You sure you want to say that? Because let's see. So last week,
there's a lot of listeners out there that are calculating out right now.
Actually, he might be close. So last week was 62.5%. The week before that was 31.6. The week before that was 47.6. Then he went 66.7, 57.1%. So since week 12, he's probably over 500.
Since week 8.
Since week 6.
6, yeah.
He's been over 500, I would say.
First half was not good, but I had to get my...
Hey, week 3 is what really killed him. He was 28.6%. That's when he ended up in the slums. Lauren kicked him out.
Yeah. So
Lauren told him to hit the road.
And since that, I love my wife. since then I've been studying so hard so I can get over 50% and get back in. I need to get back in.
No longer sleeping on the couch.
No. Well, Lauren thought I had pink eye, so I was in the guest room for a while, but I woke up, I was like, my eye. She goes, get out of the bed, get out of the bed. Wasn't even about my eye, damn it.
Hey, figure it out. All right. Anything else you want to talk about for last week, games-wise?
No, I'm ready to get in these picks, boys. I'm ready to give
All
out
right.
some winners.
Let's move on then. We'll start it off. 2:30 kick, Bloomington, Indiana. All of these rankings no longer AP. We had our first college football rankings too. So college football ranking here. 8th ranked Indiana Hoosiers taking on the Michigan Wolverines. Michigan getting 14.5 points on the road, 49.5 over under. Tyler, what do you got?
Yeah, I think before the show, I said, man, I got to stop taking totals because my record on totals is awful. My against the spread total and my straight up total is very, very good. I think my points is like 37% or something. But if Michigan gets me 17 points, this game's going over. Okay, so I need Michigan give me 17 points, and I'm taking the over 49.5. And I'm also gonna take Indiana. Can I buy the half point down to -14, please? Because I said a couple weeks ago. Actually, it was probably, I forget what it was. When I bet against Indiana against someone, I think it might have been against Northwestern.
Northwestern, it was.
Yeah. And then I said, I'm never getting in front of this team again until they prove me otherwise. And Mikey and our group bet Michigan State last week, and they got that ass handed to them by this Kirk Cincinnati team.
Yeah, you can have it at -120, 14.
Yeah. Okay, I'll take Indiana -14 and the over 49.5. Probably the most square two bets you can take, but I just can't get in front of them. I cannot get in front of them right now. I'm sorry. So that's where I'm at. The offense is humming. That offense is humming.
I'm going to go the exact opposite. We have a little softball group. There's 3 brothers from Indiana, and they're good one time. I just cannot stand it. I stopped responding to anything they say in the group. So on the basis of that, I'm going Michigan plus 14.5 and the under. I think Michigan is gonna, their defense probably isn't as great as it was last year, but I think it's decent. And Michigan offense stinks.
You just hate the Hoosiers. You just hate the Hoosiers.
I hate the Hoosiers. I'm a Hoosier hater. They hate Mizzou, Trout. You would hate these guys. I'm telling you right now. They're good 1 year, and it's like the world is like they hate the SEC. It's like I just don't respond anymore. So the reason I'm sure what Tyler's gonna do is he's gonna cut this off. He's gonna send it to them, and I'm gonna get more shit when they go over both when they cover and go over. But give me Michigan and give me the under.
Yeah, and I will say, Trout, please cut this after so I can send that to them and send that to me. I'm not going to send it to them until after if Indiana covers. If not, I will not send it.
If they do, cut it for me.
Yeah. So cut it either way.
Kyle doesn't know this is a pro Hoosier football podcast, does he?
No.
I've been on Indiana since.
He does know. He does know because he listens every week. He does know.
I listen every week. It's not about you. It's about these other guys. These 3 brothers. The Coudres.
I was on Indiana before Tyler was on Indiana this year. Just so
I was against Indiana.
I know.
I don't like to cuss on here, but fuck them.
Make sure you put that explicit. Make sure you put that little explicit thing next to the show this week.
His first podcast of the year. I don't like to cuss, but fuck him. Yeah, I got Indiana -14.5. I will easily give up that half a point. Just like I think it was when they played Northwestern. I was like, I even moved it for positive money. I think when we played Northwestern, give me the over 49.5, and that Indiana team total over.
Indiana team total over. Wow. Okay. Interesting.
I don't think it's out just yet. At least last time I looked. Let me see if it's out right now. Game props. No, it's not. It's just even odd scores. It does not have. Oh no, it does. 31.5. Over 31.5 team total for Indiana. So we are going to move just a little southwest from Bloomington, Indiana, for the second biggest matchup on the week. Oxford, Mississippi. I'm sure Lenz will be down there acting like he's a proud Rebel alum.
Hell yeah, damn right. Howdy tidy. Who the hell are we? Gosh,
even though he's a Linwood Lion lacrosse guy, he acts like he went to Hotty Toddy and spent his whole life down in the Grove. But we got Ole Miss hosting Georgia. Georgia minus 2.5 on the road, over under 55.5. If anybody wants the taste, Ole Miss plus 115 on the money line. Tyler.
I was making fun of this quarterback earlier. Carson Beck, he just shits on himself all the time. Like, especially this year, I don't know what happened to him. Last year he was very good with the ball, didn't turn it over a lot. This year he's just been so sloppy. And I don't know if he's just not seeing the field well, because it's not like he's making, like, these defensive players are making good plays. He's throwing it right to them. That worries me a little bit. But I remember I said this against whenever Georgia played Texas. After I watched that, I'm not betting against Kirby Smart in these big games, especially with Lane Kiffin's dumbass on the other sideline. You want to talk about two completely opposite coaches here. One of them wins every single big game. The other one loses every single big fucking game. So I trust the Georgia Bulldogs to go into Vaught Hemingway Stadium, and they come in Yo Trap and take over Yo Trap. That's what's going to happen. Give me the Bulldogs minus 2.5. That's what I like. I saw a video circulating around the internet of Kirby Smart laying into the boys at practice. Some guy was recording outside the facility. So they're going to be fired up. And Ole Miss's offensive line is trash. Best part of Georgia's defense is defensive line. They ate against Texas, and they're going to feast against Ole Miss. Georgia minus 2.5.
Kyle.
I agree. Give me Georgia minus 2.5. I think Georgia wins big games. Also, I saw that the SEC put a rule in where you can't get fake hurt or the coach gets fined.
Thank you, Kyle. Fuck Lane Kiffin.
Yep. So you can't do that anymore. So that's going to take away a little bit of the advantage for Lane Kiffin if he thought that was an advantage. But
whatever advantage he had, right? Yeah.
Right. So give me Georgia, and you know what? Give me the under, because, like Tyler said, Carson Beck does throw a couple questionable throws. I think Ole Miss isn't. The offense is good, but I don't think it's been as good as the beginning of the season. So
no Trey Harris again this week, Kyle.
No Trey Harris. Give me the under and give me Georgia.
Trout's taking Ole Miss money line. I can see it in his face.
So Georgia 2-6 this year against the spread.
Yeah,
Ole Miss 6-3. Georgia 3-5 on the over, or 3-5 towards the under. Ole Miss 2-7 towards the under this year. Georgia averaging 33.13 points a game. Ole Miss averaging 42.11 points a game. It doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense. The line. And maybe I'm falling into a little bit of common folk. But I'm going to take the over of 55.5 for sure. And I'm feeling a little spicy. So I'm going to move that Georgia line to -5 and take Georgia -5 at plus 105.
You get the units back.
Welcome to the club. Let's go. Earthquake.
What's the earthquake?
It's just sports advisors. We can't steal their shtick.
And sports advisors when everyone takes the same thing.
When they're all on the same card. Stu Finder starts throwing coffee cups everywhere. Earthquake! We're more
All
the
right.
college pick'em. Kyle, just so you know, we're more the college pick'em show. I'm more the Big Cat. Tyler's more the Dave, and Adam, like the guys on Little would say, he's more the Rico Bosco because you either love him or you hate him. All right, we're
the reference. I'm disappointed in Tyler.
Yeah,
you
that's
must
bad.
not
I
watch
missed.
enough Barstool stuff.
I do watch the advisors, but I don't. It's bad.
Apparently, this week is Steve Feiner went off the rails and is his best ever.
Oh, great!
Really?
A lot of beeps.
I gotta watch the Pick'em podcast from this week. They had Rico dressed up, I think. At least in the promo picture. All right, we're gonna move on. We're gonna head out from Oxford, Mississippi, head up a little northeast to Nashville, Tennessee. As the biggest winner of last week, the South Carolina Gamecocks traveled
Outside
to the
of me.
second biggest winner, the Vanderbilt Commodores. Vandy getting 4.5 points at home, over under 45.5. Tyler, what do you got?
Yeah. If you guys remember, I think I was heavy on the Cox last week, if I recall. Saw that one coming a mile away. A&M's lucky it was as close as it was because, man, they were getting... I did get nervous after South Carolina blew that early. I was like, oh, shit, here we go. This reminds me of LSU all over again. But it is kind of crazy what happens whenever you can prepare against a quarterback that can't fucking throw the ball in Marcel Reed. So, but I digress. I'm still big on the Cox, man. I love this team. That defensive line is fucking nasty. I don't know if I can see Vanderbilt blocking them. Pavia is mobile, yeah, but that defensive line takes a lot of running quarterbacks out of the game. So give me, and I love the way that Lenore Sellers is playing right now. His game's getting better and better as the year goes on. So give me South Carolina minus 4.5. I'm not big on Vandy as much as everyone else is, but yeah, give me South Carolina minus 4.5 in First Bank Stadium.
Kyle.
Yep, I'm gonna go South Carolina as well, minus 4.5. But I'm also going to go the over. I think if you look at South Carolina A&M, you thought they had two great defenses, but guess what? No, they all went over. So give me the over. The over is my big bet, but I'm gonna have to take a side as well because it's my first time on here. So
I bet everything.
I'm gonna bet everything.
Kyle's gonna have 19. He's gonna have the most in a week.
Yeah, and if I go, I probably won't go positive, but if I do, you'll be hearing from me. So yeah, give me South Carolina minus 4.5 and give me the over.
Okay.
Don't tell me it's another earthquake.
Beamer Ball is notorious for winning games that you should not win and losing games you should not lose. So
don't think you're going to take Vanderbilt money line.
Give me Vanderbilt plus 4.5. Give me the over 45.5. And give me plus 165 Vanderbilt money line. The only team in the SEC that wears black and gold that'll probably win on Saturday. Mizzou wears black and gold, Tyler. They're not going to win, I don't think.
They're actually yellow, but
we get the reference, but
whatever.
And they got Diego Pavia and Mizzou.
Yes, that is actually the only reason I think that they could pull it off. Is he really I know, Tyler, you're not big on him. What game have they not been in that they've lost?
It's not that I'm not big on Diego Pavia. I'm just not big on the Vanderbilt team.
No, that's what I'm saying. You're not big on Vanderbilt, but I'm big on them because of him.
I think it's just the Vanderbilt name that it you know what I'm saying? Like it just you just can't do it and try to I applaud you for actually doing this.
I had him last week 2+ 240 at Auburn. I'm riding with them.
I can't believe that they were 7-point underdogs. That's crazy.
Yeah, neither could I, especially the way Auburn's offense looks.
Well,
And Diego
see,
Pavia
like
just
with Auburn, though, I would just coming off of Mizzou. I would that is a better play. I can't believe that you would go with him this time, but
letdown game for South Carolina.
I get that. I get that.
That
Hey,
I mean that it's Frank.
I love upsets.
It's Frank Beamer ball. Frank Beamer ball is Beamer ball in South Carolina is you win games that you shouldn't win, or you very much competitive in games you shouldn't be competitive in, aka LSU, and you lose games that you have no business losing, or keeping close games that you have no business keeping close. They just beat A&M. They're looking ahead to the Governor Cup that they haven't won in 4 years or whatever it is against Missouri. Vanderbilt is that sandwich game that sneaks up on them at Vanderbilt. This might be different if we're in South Carolina. But
South
at
Carolina
Vanderbilt,
is a hard place to play, man. Like, that place was nuts Saturday night.
You sure about that? I think Mizzou's gone in there past 3 times and won.
Yeah. I'm just telling you, that atmosphere was nuts.
Is the Mizzou game at home or what?
Against South Carolina? At South Carolina this week. Or next week.
Yeah, no, it's not. We're fucked. Do you see this fucking quarterback?
Brady Cook will be back for next week.
Oh, he has a broken hand.
Hey, don't spoil
He doesn't
picks,
have
Kyle.
a
Don't spoil
broken
picks.
hand. He doesn't have a
What?
broken hand.
John said he's never broken hand.
He's got a hairline fracture in his throwing thumb. That's all.
Don't spoil picks. All right. Back to the next game.
All right. We will move on from Nashville, Tennessee. If we're going to head on down to a little Garth Brooks territory. Good old call it Baton Rouge. As the 11th ranked Crimson Tide roll on into Death Valley and take on the Tigers at Tiger Stadium. We've already heard Tyler go off about Omar the Tiger being paraded around the field. Bama minus 2.5 on the road. Over under 58.5.
Woo. Woo.
Anybody want a little taste on a Sunday or Saturday night dog in the SEC? Nighttime and
at Valley.
Tiger Stadium. That's LSU plus 120. Tyler.
Question for you.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Death Valley?
I have not.
Gotta go.
I know. But I do a little other thing that usually my fall weekends are taken up by.
Yeah.
So it kind of sucks.
Am I leading this off?
Go ahead. Yeah. Yeah.
Then go Tigers. LSU money line. Give me them.
Holy shit.
Brian Kelly's undefeated.
That's all we get? That's all we get? I thought we were going to get some breakdown.
Brian Kelly's undefeated at home Saturday nights at LSU. I like that LSU's had 2 weeks to get healthy here. And then A&M game, they have a bitter taste in their mouth, so they've had some time to think over that one. I think this defense is going to come out. I think Blake Baker's going to do a better job scheming against a running quarterback than they did when Marcel Reed came in the game. We got some big-time recruits coming in this week, too, so they're going to want to put on a good performance. I think Nuss is going to want to get back on track. And I don't know, man. I think that if LSU can take away Jalen Milroe's legs here, I think it really limits Alabama's offense. So I think they do that. I think they get a little havoc, kind of what you see like in the like what we saw in the Ole Miss game. So I'm also going to take the under in this game as well, under 58.5. So give me the Tigers. Go Tigers.
Kyle.
All right. Well, Tyler, glad to see you take the Tigers here, but I think you're going to bet Alabama, probably a whale play, as you say, in our other group.
Emotional risk management?
Yes. Emotional hedge. He will. But I'm gonna take Bama. I'm minus 2.5. I think right here to my left, Tyler, we're sitting here on the couch. We're watching Texas A&M versus LSU. Texas A&M had to put their backup quarterback in. He just ran all over them. And then the defense couldn't stop Dick. Okay. So I'm gonna take Alabama, and I'm gonna take the over. I was gonna take the under, but because LSU Alabama under always hits, but I'm gonna go over. Give me, what is it, 56?
58.5.
58.5.
Yeah, let me get a shootout. Let me get a shootout in Death Valley. So I'm gonna go Alabama and the over.
Maybe it'll be 61-0 LSU.
That's Jesus.
Tyler is wishful thinking here. So
100% Tyler will take Alabama and bet his real money on Alabama.
Well, yeah. But so Alabama 5-3 towards the over this year. LSU 3-5 towards the under this year. Bama 4-4 against the spread. LSU 3-5 against the spread. Brian Kelly's beat Nick Saban the past couple times, correct? Went forward and fourth on 2-point conversion, got it.
Brian Kelly, they lost at Alabama last year because Jaden Daniels.
I'm talking about. I guess they beat him. They beat him at home though 2 years ago. Was my point. Was what I was getting at. I mean, Bama has looked like dog shit the past couple weeks. Really,
LSU
looked like dog shit last week. I think so. Maybe this line's a little bit of an overreaction to how LSU looked 2 weeks ago.
I'll tell you. Let me tell you, that's not true. 2 weeks ago, the line was.
Hey, let him pick.
2 weeks ago, the game was. The line was Alabama minus 4.5.
Okay, but I'm just saying. Bama minus 2.5 realistically makes no sense in the world. But it really doesn't. And for me, it's kind of like last week when Minnesota was on the road at Illinois and was -3 and 3-point favorites. And I'm like, what the hell's going on here? And I took Minnesota. Tyler, sorry to do this to you. I'm going to move that line to Bama -3 for even money. Because, I mean, give me the juice for the half a point, whatever.
And then you're going to push instead of winning.
Whatever. Doesn't matter. I don't think I'm going to push.
Oh.
And you're going to take the over.
I'm not going to take the over. I'm going to take the under of 58.5. But I'm going to take the over Alabama team total of 30.5.
Jesus Christ.
All right. It'll be a blowout.
No.
So you're going to go like 34-10?
34-30?
34-10. That's a blowout, Trout.
Well, but when I say that, I'm saying like it becomes like.
That's what he said. I said he's good.
Hold on, let me finish my thought of 34-10. It's like a couple late touchdowns because Nussmeier throws a pick, and then they add on like 14 points in the last like 5 minutes.
34-10, no matter how you spin it, is a blowout.
I'm saying the game feels a lot closer than it is at 34-10. Is my point. They hang 14 points on them in the final 8 minutes of the game. So it's a 20-10 type of game that is a closer 20-10 game because Nussmeier throws a pick in the red zone or whatever type of stuff. Like,
I get it. So you're with me. You're kind of with me
a little bit. I also just think I'm going to go over, and then as we do on this podcast sometimes, I looked at the money, and the money was like 30% more than the bets on the under. So the money knows something, so I flipped it to the under.
I was gonna go under, but then see, I don't have any like research before this. I was gonna go under, and then Tyler went under. I went over.
I get it. I get it. You picked a square play. It's okay.
Can you take my? Actually, I forgot. I'm really bad at totals. Can you take my under bet off, please? I don't want any more.
So you just want the money line. You don't care how they hit the money line.
The 2.5 and the money line.
All right. LSU plus 2.5 because you might as well for the points if you get the money line. Yep. That's the way to think about it. All right. We're gonna move on to a Big 12 matchup between the 17th ranked Iowa State Cyclones against the Beakers of the state to the left of us. You know, that school that plays in that state decided for the Big 12 games they're going to come play and give their money to the state of Missouri. This game is played at Arrowhead.
Is that Arrowhead? I was that.
Yeah, just genius operations by their AD. Hey, we're the state school of this state to the left that has a lot of sunflowers and not much else going on for us. Let's go pay that state to the right and give it to their university's tax dollars. Yeah, we're genius. Line. Iowa State.
Drought. What? Is that sarcastic?
He's not a big Kansas guy. Hates Kansas, man.
Have I said the team name once? We don't speak of those cheaters to the left. 18 level 1 recruiting violations for a guy who coaches basketball that is afraid to play a team because he hates that they left to better themselves and they left us behind.
Right. Tell us how you really feel.
There's no school that I cannot stand. Like you just went on the rant about the people from the Indiana guys on your softball team. That is every single Beaker that you know.
Beaker.
They get one good season in football every 30 years. I mean, they've had what three winning seasons since Gale Sayers.
All right, back to the game. Lean me in here.
Iowa State -3 on the road, over under 50.5. Tyler,
if you guys recall, also in my preview, I had a certain team in here to win the Big 12. Now, while that might not be possible,
hey, and what did that team do? The only game. Oh, that's right. They didn't even cover. The only game they won out of their first 3 was against Lindenwood University.
That's a tough, stout defense too. Okay.
It is.
That while that might be off the cards now. If you guys also remember, one of my good bet, I think my lock from 2 weeks ago was actually Kansas +10. A game they're winning outright that they could have won. Also, if you look at it, this Kansas team, their record is a lot worse than what it really is. Now, stay with me. 2-6 sounds bad. A lot worse than what it really is. I mean, a lot better than what it really is. I don't know if I'm probably fucking that up. It's not as bad as what it seems, okay? That's what I meant to say.
You sure about that? Are you sure about that?
They've of their 6 losses, 5 of them are by 1 score. The other one is
Illinois, UNLV, TCU, Arizona State, West Virginia.
5 of them are by 1 score. The other one was by 11, which was a late field goal by TCU, where it didn't matter. So I actually like the way that they're playing. So give me Rock Chalk +3.
Kyle.
Yeah, give me Iowa State.
That's all I got. Iowa State -3. Nothing.
Well, can we do alternate lines? I think you can.
Yeah.
What do you want?
Give me Iowa State -6.5. Can we do halves?
Yeah, well, let me move it. See.
So what it
Iowa
is.
State -6.5 is +135.
Yeah, give me that. This team is going to shit on Kansas. And that's all I need.
Not only that, also go back. Give me Kansas on the money line too. Double dipper.
Oh God, Tyler, I hope your card goes winless just because of this now.
Minus the LSU game.
Actually, Trout, what's -7 actually?
All right, so that win. Hold on, the money line for that is plus 125. -7 is plus 160.
Yeah, give me that. That's what I want.
All right.
Kansas, no good. Iowa State had one bad game. Kansas, they don't even have a home field.
They're paying the state. They're paying their biggest rivalry state to play in there because they thought they were going to get a crowd big enough to fill half of this thing. Did anybody see the game when they played Houston? There was like 3,000 people there.
Yeah.
They're two wins. Two wins.
My guy. Watch your phone.
2 wins. 2 wins. Lindenwood University and Houston.
Great school. Two great polished university football powerhouses.
They lost to Illinois, who just lost to Minnesota. They lost to the Fighting Barryotums, the true son of Mizzou at UNLV. Still holds it true. They lost to West Virginia. They lost to TCU that, might be if you slice this up like they do basketball, that's a quad 4 loss. That's a quad 4 loss. They're awful.
Hey, they's on scholarship too.
No, I don't think some of them are out there right now. Sonny Dykes has probably pulled a couple of those from those guys right now.
So you're taking Iowa State.
Wait till minus 8 units.
Yeah, I mean,
it might be 30 units, but
yeah, I'm taking Iowa State -3. I'm taking the under 50.5. And I'm going to take the team total over for Iowa State. It's not available right now. It's one of the few that isn't. But...
So I'm on an island here.
Oh, actually, as I refresh,
there's over
26.5 for the team total for Iowa State.
I'm on an island. No one's around me.
Yeah. Because Daniel sucks.
He's
sucked all year. He sucked most of last year.
He's hurt.
Because he was hurt all the time. Yeah, exactly. So he sucked. So he's all hype. He's been all hype.
All hype, no sizzle.
The guy's got a QBR of 118 this year.
Come on, have some respect, man.
Or RTG, whatever you want to call it.
Road to glory?
Yeah, road to glory, yeah. That's what.
All right. Well, we
road
got one
to
left.
Garbage, more like it. Yeah, we're going to move on to the Holy War. 9:15 kick. It's a late one on ESPN in Salt Lake City, Utah, as the Utah Utes host the BYU Cougars. The lines moved a little bit. Open -5 BYU. Now BYU -3. Over under 40.5. If anybody wants to taste, plus 125 for the money line for the Utes. That is missing Cam Rising. But, he'll be back next year, so they'll be good.
He already said he's retired.
For the 8th year. For the 8th year.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I am a little scared of this game. We got BYU. Great nickname. Great quarterback. So, the quarterback play is obviously a lot better. This game just scares me in terms of Like, it's a short line here. All of the bets and all of the money are all over BYU in this game. They're all over the over. Everything's over. Man, I just don't know what to do here. This is tough. Give me
first?
Give me Utah here. Give me Utah +3. I hate it. I hate it, but I love it at the exact same time. It just seems like such a tricky spot here for BYU to go into Utah. It's a huge rivalry game. It's going to be close, I think. Weird things happen at Utah. I really like Kyle Whittingham still. I just don't know. The one thing I'm worried about is the quarterback here for Utah. But I think it's going to be a huge home field advantage here in this game. So give me Utah and the points here. I'll take them at home. It's going to be close, really, really close. Last second field goal here for the winning team.
Kyle.
Yeah, I give me Utah as well. I watched on Halloween. Was it Halloween?
Halloween was a Thursday, so I don't think so.
No, the week before the Halloween game, BYU, great quarterback, but they were down on Oklahoma State, I believe, right?
That was the 18th. They played at UCF. But yeah, it was the Friday night game at against Oklahoma State. Yeah.
Yeah, when they came back and won.
Okay.
Yeah, they should have lost. Yeah.
Yeah, they won. So let me get Utah. I love BYU, but I just think at home, let me get Utah. And what's the over under?
40.5.
40.5.
Give me the over. Give me the over. I think the over is a good play there. I think
all it takes is one defensive touchdown there, and you got it.
That's right. So Utah, not Miami, Utah.
The Utah Utes.
Utah.
I'm short, dude.
Yeah. Utah is 2-6 this year against the spread.
Okay,
BYU's 1-7.
Yeah, I mean they're not.
BYU's the number 9 team in the.
No, BYU's 7-1 against the spread.
Seven. What did I say? One. Sorry, I meant to say. I looked at 1-7. Utah is 1-7 towards the under this year.
Yes.
BYU's 7-1 and 6-2 towards the over.
Yeah.
BYU's 8-0. They're a 9th ranked team in the nation. Utah is 4-4 and have lost 4 straight. They haven't won since at Oklahoma State on September 21st.
They might have not won since the last Holy War.
This line does not make sense at all.
Is it going to be an earthquake?
Like, why is BYU only favored by 3? It just doesn't make sense. So that being said,
Can't take BYU. Pussy.
The sides, I'm iffy on the sides, so I'm going to take the under of 40.5. And I'm going to take Utah on the money line. So give me Utah +3 also. Are we in the sketches and bits now, Tyler? This isn't TMA, Kyle.
I didn't have the binky coming out tonight, but there we go. We got it.
Tegan said, if there's an earthquake, you gotta go binky.
All right. Utah it is, boys. Let's ride.
All right. Man, oh man. It really doesn't make sense. So I don't know.
No.
Maybe I'm dumb.
No, I mean, I don't think it's bad at all. It's scary. I mean, like, yeah, it's
one
of those games.
I knew.
You know what's going to happen. It's one of those games where, like, you're like, yeah, I mean, everyone's on BYU, like, so Utah, and then the game's going to start, and BYU's going to fucking wax them.
Probably. But I said it a couple weeks ago.
At 30.
I said it a couple weeks ago. Like, I was like, Iowa State is going to lose one of these games. And I thought it was going to be UCF, and it was close. BYU, I don't think, is a team that's going to finish the conference undefeated.
Yeah, no,
It's going to lose one of these.
I agree. I agree with you 100%.
So maybe this is the one. Maybe it's not. But if it is the one, great. If it's not,
I do think this is this week and next week are BYU's last two toughest games.
real test.
Yeah. And they still have to play at Arizona State, but I don't really know about Arizona State. So.
I think but the thing is right, it's the second to last week of the season. No, yeah. Are you kidding me? Kansas is not going to be a test for BYU. They have Utah, Kansas, Arizona State, Houston. They have 2 tests left. They're both on the road. Utah and Arizona State. They're going to wax Kansas. They're going to wax Houston.
All right. Well, when Kansas moves to 3-6 this week, we'll know.
They are not moving to 3-6 this week. It's going to assure you that. All right. We're going to move on to the Mama's Combo Listeners of the Week.
Listeners.
And the Parlay. So this week's Listener of the Week is...
This week's Mama's Listener of the Week, they got a shout out last week to the LU boys on the hockey squad. They've got a big series coming up this weekend against Liberty, so shout out to them. That's going to be a big series, and it's going to be a big sweep for the boys. I feel it coming. So congrats, boys. Congrats on the Listener of the Week, and their play is the Colorado Buffs -4. Young Thugs coming out of his trial is going to be out at the game, so he's going to propel the Young Thugs. Going to propel the boys to victory. Young Thug escaped the RICO charges and goes and hangs out with Uncle Prime. Gets the boys the 4-point cover here. So go Buffs -4.
Do you think he's on the flight to Texas Tech with them?
It's at Texas Tech.
Yeah, it's at Texas Tech. This is the amateur hour.
I don't think we're home.
No, they're at Texas Tech. All right, Tyler, we'll get back to you on your lock. Kyle, your lock of the week is
Iowa -6.5. UCLA been playing great, but I think this Iowa squad is better. So give me Iowa -6.5.
In front of the sick kids.
Nope.
Away from the sick kids. Oh man,
this guy, Tyler, you are not up to speed with who the home team is.
This is why you are negative money.
We're taking the Bruins traveling. We're taking the Hawkeyes traveling 2 time zones
on a Friday night. Adam's big bugaboo was Friday night games. Maybe Kyle's a Friday night king. We'll see.
Hey, George.
Or maybe he goes 0-3 in his locks.
What about Deneen? Deneen last week, Georgia State.
What
cover that was Friday night.
Hold on. Let me listen. Or you listen. What is the -6? Can I buy the half point?
No, we can't move it on the lock.
All right. Fuck you, Tyler.
All right. Tyler, now your lock of the week.
My lock of the week's NC State -2.5 against the Duke Blue Devils. I didn't really like the way Duke looked last week, and I think NC State's offense kind of starting to move the ball a little bit without Grayson McCall. They finally gave it up after his retirement. New quarterbacks coming. It's kind of started kind of rejuvenated the offense. Really kind of turned their whole season around. And I really don't. We talked about Duke earlier. I just don't like the way they played last week. Didn't take care of the ball at all. It was kind of concerning. So they've kind of pissed that game down the drain. So now they got to go back on the road again. They're going to go into Raleigh, not like it's a far trip. They got to go into Raleigh, North Carolina, and they got to go up against a stiff test in these North Carolina Wolfpack -2.5.
All right. I'm gonna take that short hour and 10-minute drive west Columbia, Missouri. 6:45 kick on the SEC network as Oklahoma comes to town. The last time Oklahoma was in town, anybody know what happened?
I did.
Upset. Number
I
one
was
team
in
in the
the
country.
stadium.
Upset.
Game day was in there, and we
Yep.
beat them, and we took the kickoff to the house.
Yep.
John
I remember that.
McGaffey, opening kickoff to the house. Game day was there. It was the 100th homecoming.
We
Place that invited homecoming or invented homecoming.
Time out. Can I say something?
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
was at London University. I didn't go there yet, but I was in Club Cobb 5 with Adam, and we watched it there.
I was on the hill. I was on the hill. Literally looked at my dad. It was raining. And I said, 2 weeks ago, Alabama was the number one team in the nation, and South Carolina took them down, and they returned a kick to start the game. Last week, Wisconsin was at home with jump around going on. Ohio State, the number one team in the nation, came into town, and Wisconsin took the opening kickoff to the house and upset them. I looked at my dad and I said, "We're going to do it too." I just thought it was going to be Marcus Murphy taking it to the house, not John McGaffey. But
John
hey,
McGaffey. They
when
both
Brett
did the jump.
Musburger was on the call and you heard, "You're looking live at Columbia, Missouri, Perot Field at Memorial Stadium," you knew it was a big game. Ooh, that was a fun one. I think I heard the song Black and Yellow about 3,000 times that homecoming.
black and yellow, black and yellow.
So the last time Oklahoma was here, not so good for the Sooners that had Landry Jones, DeMarco Murray. They were stacked. Yeah, and that was a pretty high-scoring game. This game, not close to that. Not even close. Drew Pine, probably starting.
Thanks.
Nothing official just yet. Yeah, he's brutal. Oklahoma's offense, brutal. So I'm going to go Mizzou. No, I'm just going to take the under. 41.5 is my lock. Under 41.5, Mizzou hosting Oklahoma. But that gives you the Mama's Combo Platter Parlay of Iowa -6.5 on the road at UCLA. NC State -2.5 at home against Duke. Colorado -4 on the road at Texas Tech. And the under 41.5 of the Oklahoma-Missouri game. $100 bet pays out $969.10.
Man, we got to get one of these. I think we've hit three out of the four. I think this is the fourth time now, 3 or 4 times now.
Yeah. Well, last week we hit on Friday night listener week or
Thanks,
listener
Mom.
hit.
Thanks, Mom.
Georgia State +7. Who did we sweat that one out? Who did we sweat that one out?
It was
That
worth
was a
it though.
tight one.
We deserved it.
Indiana -8. Cleaned up Michigan State real well. UCLA
Outright.
+7.5. Won outright at Nebraska. And it came down to the 6:30 kick in Clemson, South Carolina. All we needed was a win by 10. And Louisville smoked them. Thank you very much, Adam.
Who bet that one?
Adam.
So Adam has cost us a Mama's Parlay.
Mike.
I cost us a Mama's Parlay back in week 7.
I did.
And Kyle has cost us a Mama's Parlay twice in week 5 and week 9.
Twice?
Yeah. Week 5, you had Michigan -9. We all hit ours. And then week 9, you had Mississippi State.
Hold on. That was
7, and they lost by 70.
I didn't have any. I could not. Disclaimer. You guys gave me a 2-second heads up.
Hey, they lost by 70. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
All right. Any other good bets
So-
anyone's got?
Best bet. Kyle, what is your best bet of the week?
Give me Oklahoma. Drew Pine stinks. Drew Pine, this guy, I see him throw right to the receiver. I see him throw an out route over the head to the coach of the other team.
I mean, right to the safety that didn't have to move, not the receiver.
Whoever it is, I don't care. He stinks. We're gonna fucking lose by 1,000,000. I don't care if it's Oklahoma.
As long as they lose by less than 42, right?
Yes. Oh, and not score
And
anything.
that's 40.
Yeah, this guy. I like this young blood guy better. I don't even know who this is. Blood.
Youngblood, the hockey movie?
Oh, there's this. Who's
What are
a
you talking about?
That's a good movie.
What, the other quarterback?
third string that came in?
J.R. Blood?
Yeah, that guy.
He's not
I
even
don't
he wouldn't even be the guy they go to. Do you not pay attention or read anything?
Who'd they go to?
Who it'd be Aiden Glover. Freshman out of Memphis.
Oklahoma.
All right. My other best bet is going to be San Jose State +3 against Oregon State. Give me the points there. I think they could potentially win outright, but I'll just take the points. I'm not really high on Oregon State this year. And I like the way the San Jose State boys are playing. Oregon State has lost 3 games in a row. One to Nevada. They lost to UNLV at home, and then they lost to Cal a couple weeks ago. Got blown out by Cal. So they are trending downwards. San Jose State.
So to that note, I don't think we ever talked about this, Tyler. How do you guys feel the fact that Oregon State and Washington State next year play twice?
I like that. That's cool. I like that.
You think?
Yeah, home and home, baby.
Because it's just, I don't know, feels a little weird for college football.
I like it. I know it's weird, but I like it.
My best bet, I think it's, I honestly, you could take my best bet and say this is you could swap them with the lock because I think this is almost a sure lock also. This team already has a loss, and it's a bad loss. So in order to stay in the college football playoff, they're going to have to win out, and they're going to have to do it in style points. And style points this week's win means winning by like 40. So there's going to be more bets I'm going to have on this, like the team total over of 34.5 and the over in the game of 42.5, because this team just needs to do all that themselves. Probably to really, really, really stay relevant. Give me Notre Dame minus 26.5 at home against Florida State.
Okay, I see you.
Just because, I mean, that's really like,
yeah. I don't know.
Notre Dame can't go through the rest of their schedule and just have lackluster wins, and they're at 10 right now. They don't have a time. They have Florida State, Virginia, Army, UCF or USC. They don't really have any more games that like are.
You don't think they can win and be in the playoffs? Just win out?
I'm saying if they like they have to win, and I think some of it is gonna. My point being is there's gonna be a Big 12 team, I think, or an ACC team that is below them right now and is below them in the normal rankings that wins their title game, that then moves into the top 4 and pushes somebody down. They're at 10. They have to win with style points to make sure that they get picked.
No, if they win out, they're gonna be in.
The worst thing for them.
It all depends.
The worst thing for Notre Dame this week is LSU and Ole Miss winning. That'd be the worst thing for Notre Dame.
Kyle, what I'm saying is, so say the Big 12, right? Right now, you look at the Big 12 standings. BYU. What if BYU plays Colorado in the Big 12 championship game? Right? BYU's undefeated. They're 12-0 going in. And Colorado ends, what would they be overall? They'd be
10-2.
10-2 going into it. And they win that game. Well, then Colorado becomes the number 4 team.
Yeah.
BYU's not going to get left out.
Yeah, probably not.
You think? That's what I'm saying. Like, Notre Dame's got to win these games with style points.
One loss Notre Dame or one loss BYU with the loss to Colorado in the championship.
Notre Dame.
Is it the losses in the championship?
Yeah.
If it comes down to those two, BYU.
Yeah.
because they can't set the precedent of the championship game mattering.
Right.
That's
Because
so
if you go to the championship game, no one else plays that. Then
yes, yeah.
get that. But I don't think they. I think they squeeze in somewhere not counting those teams. But I'm
Okay,
saying,
but what if it, to Tyler's point, what if it happens twice? What if SMU slips up, right?
No, they need.
only a one-loss Notre Dame team ain't gonna in.
But hold on, what I'm saying is there could be scenarios where they have to not get let in because Miami wins out, SMU slips up, Clemson ends up making it to the ACC title game, along with what we just talked about. So then you have two teams that are getting those auto bids because they won their conference title games.
No, they need
over two 12-0 teams. Those 12-0 teams aren't going to be left out. Notre Dame is
this right now, Trout. If Notre Dame has one loss, they are getting in.
I hope
it
not.
all
I
depends.
hope they don't get in just because I want to see Mikey go nuts.
I think it truly all depends on how they. Like my point is if they squeak out these wins over all four of these teams, and then stuff like that happens where teams that aren't expected to win their conference title games win the conference title games and get forced in by by winning, Notre Dame's in trouble. If they come out and they blow out these teams, then I don't think it matters. But if they win,
no, I just think if they win, they're in.
They got to win in style points, and they got to hope that nobody wins a title game that more than one team doesn't win a title game. That's not supposed to.
The good thing is they got more ball to play till we figure that out. So
yeah, but that's why I think Florida State's in real trouble this week because
not to mention they suck ass.
And also because you have a couple of those matchups that are happening.
The Florida State total team over?
Yes, 7.5.
7.5.
Well,
good
give me that news.
Give me that over.
You want over?
Over a 7.5? Florida State? Yeah.
All right, sure. Put it on your card.
Yeah.
All right, that wraps this one up.
It's over.
Thanks for listening to episode 12, week 11 of the Sports Divided College Pick'em podcast presented by Mamas on the Hill.
Let's win some bets.
See ya.